So we are live again. Yeah, maybe I should have brought a suit or at least a mask or something. But I read that there are no new today, so it's probably going a little bit down. I'm gonna be careful not to get too close to people, so I'm gonna go to the center and see if all the shops are closed and what is happening there, because I haven't been outside for around 5 days, so I've not been outside at all, only to walk the dog. So now we will see how it looks. The 11 new. I just read that there were no new today, but maybe there are some new now. But yeah, it is going crazy in some of the countries. Italy, France, I think is also going crazy. Yesterday, I watched Björn. He's one of the CX guys, Björn TV. He was in London and he was doing a pub crawl. He was going from pub to pub and it was packed with people because it's St. Patrick's Day in St. Patrick's Day in London in England. So it's this holiday where they all go out and drink, and all the pubs were packed with people. Everybody was touching each other, screaming in each other's face, hugging, and all kinds of things. And it was like there was no corona at all. People were like, fuck corona. So it's gonna go down crazy in the UK. Yeah, I read about the Bansko. It's pretty crazy that they closed down the whole city. Today they said that some tourists have escaped from Bansko, and suddenly they were in Sofia and they wanted to sleep in a hotel, and the owner of the hotel called the police, and the police said we cannot do anything. I have some corona protection here. This will keep the corona away. 2 beers. But I really think it. When I read a lot of things about it, I don't think it's that dangerous. It's just like the flu. It's just a different flu. So for healthy people that are not too old, it's not that bad. Most people just treat themselves with the paracetamol and nothing, and then they feel a little bad and things like that, but it's not that bad. But I hope I don't get it. I'm gonna try to keep a little distance from people. It's also pretty empty at this time. This boulevard, there is a lot more cars usually at this time. But there's the good thing here in Sofia is that all the village people, they have left. They have left for their villages and wherever they come from. So there's not many people here in Sofia. It should be pretty relaxed. Yeah, not like Italy. Let's hope it stops here, but yeah, everything is closed. This giant thing here is closed too. I was thinking maybe going to Happy and sitting outside and drinking a beer there because it's all empty over there. So I'm going out, so you don't have to go out. You can just watch here and stay home. So if we can get 10,000 people in here, then 10,000 people will stay at home just watching me. Yes, I am Bulgarian. But I lived the most of my life in Denmark. So my Bulgarian is not perfect. I have a little, not accent, but it's a little broken, my Bulgarian. But the video here, the last video I made here about coronavirus, it got the most views of any videos. And I looked, and when you type coronavirus Bulgaria or Bulgaria coronavirus, my video comes up at #1. So it's pretty funny. Everybody on YouTube that typed coronavirus Bulgaria, the first thing they saw is my video, and the second thing is the general who make these daily briefings. So my video was above the general's video. I hope I don't have the coronas. But yeah, I probably had a little bit of influenza, but it doesn't do anything to me. So it's like I don't have anything. I didn't want to take the bus today because it's the Corona Express. There's probably a lot of corona in the buses, so I'm gonna walk to the center here. And here where I walk, there's no people, so the throat is okay. It's sometimes I feel like there could be something, but at other times it feels like there is nothing. Like now I don't feel anything. Sometimes in the morning I feel a little bit like I could have something, but I don't think so. So we're gonna see in the center if any shops are open. I saw a friend that did a live stream in the center, and a lot of the cafes was what is it called? Not the cafe. No, you know, cafe. No, it's not. What the fuck is it called in English? A lot of the restaurants and things like that were open, so I don't know. We're gonna see now how it is there, if things are open or not. I think they should be closed, most of them. Corona cannot hit a Bulgarian, don't worry guys. But I was a little bit afraid to do this stream, but when I saw Björn the other day going crazy in London, I thought, fuck it, man. The live streamers don't care, so. And a lot of people are sitting home now, so we must provide some content for them to watch. And yes, to the new people, I have some corona protection here. This will keep me safe from the coronas, I hope. I'm around halfway now to the center. I'm at the stadium almost, so yes. I need to carry this backpack because I have my extra batteries and things like that here, and it's very comfortable that it has these places for beers. I'm feeling like popping one, but I want to get a little bit closer, I think. The bad thing is when I drink, I love to drink these beers and do the streams, but I have to piss all the time when I do it, so it's pretty annoying. If I didn't have to piss all the time, it would be even better. I also drank a little bit of Jägermeister before I went out, because I think if any alcohol helps against coronavirus, it must be the Jägermeister. I wanted to do this in the morning, but I fell asleep, so unfortunately it's gonna get dark soon, but in the center there's gonna be a lot of lights, so it's gonna be okay. I forgot to clean the camera lens, but I don't think it's dirty. Seems okay. Yes, we need to document this event here. I don't think many journalists are walking around on the streets, so it's good there is some other people that are willing to risk their lives to make content. I hope you guys stocked up on food. eBag supermarket is almost not working anymore. It only works every second, third day for like a couple of hours, and then they shut it down. So it's gonna be pretty bad if the food, if the problems becomes bigger, then it's gonna be pretty bad here, because there won't be any food and so on. Yeah, I'm walking here, there's not many people, that's the good thing. But this shop keeps open, I think. they are not following the law. The zoo, it seems to be open, so maybe if Boyko is watching here, he can do something about it. It should not be open, but it's in such an empty place that nobody would probably notice. But they are breaking the law. Yes, there is people inside. I can see. So, you are breaking the law, guys. Somebody call the police. Make them close it. Okay, I didn't see that. I don't watch much Bulgarian news, so I haven't seen that they have cleaned the streets. But it's not in the streets anyway, you know. It's when you touch, when it wouldn't stay along. I don't think it does very much to clean the streets. It's just to show that something we are doing something big, you know. Every country does it to show like, look, we are cleaning out everything, but really it's not in the streets. It's not in. Nobody is sitting down and licking the. Nobody is licking the ground. So I don't know if cleaning the streets does anything. I think it's if it does anything, it's very, very little. So, but there's a lot of theories about this. I hear a lot of strange things, you know, conspiracy theories. Some a lot of things that I've been a thing I've been hearing a lot of times is that this will be the event that will bring in basic income for everyone. So I don't know if you know what basic income is, but it's a little bit like communism. Everybody gets money for nothing. So I think it's a good idea, but many people are afraid of basic income because, you know, they see it as communism. But I think it's a good idea if this brings in basic income, because the economies are going to be hit very hard and a lot of things are going to crash. And basic income, it not only gives money to the people, but, you know, the companies, they get, you know, with the money people get, they buy things at companies. So it's also good for companies if everybody has money. You know, if everybody got like 1,000 lever every month, just like that, they would spend those money in shops, so the shops will prosper too. So I think basic income is a good idea. It can greatly grow the economy. So I'm not against it. Also, a lot of people are talking about there's gonna be cashless society after this. And I think that's a possibility too, that they are simply going to remove the cash and everything is going to be electronic. But I saw that they had banned these guys that if you owe money, they take your salary. They have stopped they have stopped them totally, you know, so they cannot take your salary if you owe money, or they cannot do anything, you know, they cannot take your apartment or anything. For now, they have stopped it. So that's some things that this corona makes is gonna be good, you know. Maybe a lot of old people will die, so what they're gonna do is probably they're gonna lower the pension age also. So it seems pretty good for the people in power. The coronavirus is gonna be pretty good. So maybe that's why that they waited exactly enough and did nothing until it's too late. It seems a little bit on purpose that they just wait till it's too late, and everybody is screaming, do more, stop everybody, close everything. And then, you know, the people in power, yes, okay, you want it, we'll do it. And we asked for it, and now they're taking total power, you know. Bulgaria is not even that bad. If you look at Denmark, they have just taken some really extreme steps that you would never imagine, you know, a country like Denmark would do. Bulgaria is actually pretty relaxed compared to some of the steps Denmark took. They are like totally, it's like 1984 over there. But they do have a lot more infected. But we have a lot less, and we are doing also a lot more in some points that they waited too long to do something. They waited till everybody was screaming, you know, do more, take all our freedoms. And they said yes, okay. And they took everything now. Now they can go into your house without any warrants, and they can do anything right now. It's totally every citizen freedom is totally gone over there. So we are Bulgaria is more free currently than Denmark. So we are getting closer to the center. Almost 1/3 left. But very little people, you know, nobody going home from work or anything. So I'm the only one in this huge boulevard. It would be cooler if there were no cars and I could just walk on the street, but not yet at least. But I don't know, they say 11 new was infected, and my question is, how many people did you test? Did you test 11 people and 11 people were infected? You know, you have to test at least a couple of thousand people to get any meaningful answer, you know. There's probably a lot more than 11 infected, but you know, they test very little. They don't have so many of these tests all over the world. So there is a lot more infected than what they say. Also the flu epidemic that Bulgaria has. A lot of the coronas are probably masked as flu victims, but even some that die, maybe they will it will just be they died from the flu, because when they die, you cannot even prove in most cases that it was corona that killed them. They just die from a lung infection or something like that, and you cannot prove that it was corona that killed them. So many of the people that die probably gonna be labeled as influenza or lung disease or something like that. Many of them are also very weak in the first place, and they've had a long history in the hospitals. So it wouldn't be surprised if when these people die, nobody is really surprised, because they have a very bad health. So it's not like someone say, wow, why did he die suddenly? No, because the person probably had heart surgeries, lung problems for the last 10 years. So nobody is really surprised that these people die. And So nobody's gonna ask questions like, was it Corona or wasn't it Corona? So I'm here at my local Domino's and it seems it's closed. It's totally dark. I have never seen it like that. But they are open, I can see, but they only deliver. Here's one of the delivery guys. But they just turn down the lights so people don't try to come in. But the delivery guy had a mask on. So it's gonna be interesting to see if I'm alone at the center or there is other people. But London, in 14 days, London is gonna be totally fucked because yesterday was St. Patrick's Day, and I saw all the people in bars and drinking and hugging, and it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, some old people, they don't give a fuck at all here. I've also noticed it. Some grandmas here, they have lived through so many things that nothing really scared them anymore. The young people also doesn't give much fucks, as far as I see. Also, I see in the local, there where kids play, it's full of kids, and they don't care really. But in some countries, for example in Denmark, they have said, don't worry, you can just send your kids to play, it won't do anything. So maybe it doesn't really affect kids. We're here at the second villa where I was last time, where I did my last stream. There could be some queues in some of these supermarkets because they don't let too many people in. So they let like 10-20 people in, so there could be some queues. But here there doesn't seem to be any queues. This is the new metro line. It's not open yet. It should be open any moment now. But we are at the Vladimir Vazov bridge almost. So we are gonna be in the center in a moment. Not many people. The bus is closed off here, so you can't get to the driver. have a little bit corona maybe, but it's not that bad. A little corona never killed anybody. But I have 3 dogs, so they're keeping my immune system high. When you have a couple of dogs, and I sleep with them, you know, they sleep in the same bed with me, so I'm used to having like probably germs and viruses around me. So no, I'm just kidding, Marina. I don't really think I have corona, because there would be a lot more than just coughing a little. I could have a little bit of influenza, but it doesn't do anything to me really. I'm just gonna put the camera down for a second. I'm gonna take a quick piss here before I get into the center. And I'm back. So now we are at the bridge. We are gonna be in the center in 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So I'm gonna be the primary news source for Corona in Bulgaria the coming time. Don't trust the mainstream media. They are lying to you. Everything you see here is live. There's no lies. And my name is Alex, by the way, like in Alex Jones. So I'm predisposed to delivering hard news. The connection is gonna be a little shaky here while I cross the bridge. Yeah, I don't like Alex Jones the last couple of years because he's gone full crazy, but actually I never really liked him, but I always found him very fascinating, and he gets a huge crowd and he's doing his own thing, so it's find it pretty fascinating and interesting. So we are almost at Dundukov Boulevard. The other day, some main redactor of a newspaper, 168 Hours, was attacked here by 2 people were waiting for him. They had the what was it called? Some kind of metal things, and they hit him. He wound up on the hospital, and a third guy was filming everything. What? What is the BS? What is BS or BAS? What? I didn't understand that, JJJ. The guy that was attacked, it could probably be also, it could be bullshit, but he's at the hospital, so it could be to get a little fame. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but he says he woke up and the police were there, so he could have staged it, but I think he got beat pretty bad. But of course, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake, the whole thing, just to get something. Ah. But I don't really know that newspaper. What kind of stories did they write? Who could be after him? Do you think? Who could want to send him a message? Did he write about some mafia? Did he write about some politician? Or oh, nice too. But what kind of who can he have fucked with? That's what, because I don't know what kind of stories that paper writes. I don't know anything about it. He could be writing some stories about some mafia dudes or something. Maybe he wrote something about that guy now that's hiding in the United Arab Emirates, the richest guy in Bulgaria. Maybe I think we are probably gonna go by his office and check if there is police there. When I go in front of his home, there's usually 2 bodyguards outside, pretty shady looking. But now there's police there 24 hours after he escaped. Yeah, but you know, many like dogs and things like that, they have some roots in the football community, but somebody probably paid them, and I don't think it's related to football in any way. They could be some football hooligans, but it's not related in any way to football. They are just football hooligans, and some people know them, and they probably paid them to do this. But I don't think, you know, it's related in any way to some football hooligan group or anything. They just by chance, these guys, you know, they are football hooligans, but you know, somebody just know them and paid them to do this. It's not connected to football in any way. So Dundukov is pretty empty at this time. It's usually full, 7:30. There should be people coming home from work, and it's usually packed at this time. But it's pretty empty right now. It's almost like Christmas time in Sofia, or even less than Christmas, because in Christmas people are shopping. So yeah, but everything is closed here, and there isn't much lights either, it seems. I think it used to be a little more lit here. Tariq radio. The bus were pretty empty. Wow, there were like 5 people in the bus. It's usually totally packed at this time, that bus. That's the one I use, so I know it's usually totally packed. People are standing at the doors and things. But right now it's pretty relaxed. It's gonna be interesting to see Vitussia Boulevard, how empty it is. It's gonna be probably shockingly empty. But yeah, these cigarette shops are open still. But they are not letting people inside, so you can only buy from the door. Many of these that are open 24 hours, they have these openings. So at night you buy from the hole, but now they have activated it even earlier, because normally now at 7:30, even though it's dark, you would be let into the shop, but they are not letting people inside. And people here waiting in front of the pharmacy, maybe they only let 1 or 2 people in at one time. So they probably lock the door, and when somebody comes, they let one. No, it's not locked. But yeah, it seems that they are waiting outside. Anyways, this restaurant is closed. Money. We are gonna go full communism any moment soon. And we have the police speeding. The internet is a little swingy. If it cuts out, I'm gonna change to my other internet connection, so it will probably be a new stream if it cuts out. So just watch out. If it stops the stream, then just go to my channel and refresh, and the new stream is gonna come up. I used to live here in the Dundukov Boulevard, also in a very nice place.
Two and maybe three.
That was a tourist. So if society breaks down and there is nothing to drink, you can just come places like this, break the glass, and you have water and Coca-Cola. So pro tip. Here we have the Danish embassy. They have a lot of, they are very busy at the moment. So we are going to go to the church here. Look, this is pretty interesting here. Don't press the button, it's working automatically. Don't press the Corona button. So we are almost at the church. It was pretty interesting. The boss church service has to be resumed as normal. You cannot close down the church, and don't worry, because epidemics don't hit inside church, and even the church is kind of a medicine against. I think that's not the best attitude to have. Because if sick people start coming to the church, then but actually I didn't even want to have Bulgarians on this channel, but because of the other videos, suddenly a lot of Bulgarians have found me, so now it's gonna be also aimed a little bit at the Bulgarians. Well, there's a lot of things with Corona, you know. For the first thing is, some people think that it's the Chinese who created it. Other people think it's the Americans who created it. There is actually, from 2015, they have there's real scientific studies that have tested a man-made coronavirus that transferred from a bat to a human. So they knew about a similar coronavirus back in 2015. It was man-made just to do tests in a laboratory. this is not a conspiracy theory. There is, it's been posted in 2015. I have watched the papers myself, so it is pretty shady. So there's a lot of things. Some say it's the Chinese, others say it's the Russians. A third says it's the New World Order working to cull the population. But I don't really know. The police are here in front of this guy's, the richest guy in Bulgaria's office. But some time ago, I think they were here to take care of him. Now they are like holding it hostage, something like that. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are good for the people in power here with the corona. You know, they don't have to pay as much pensions if there are not many pensioners left. And it's strange that everybody, they kind of, they didn't really take it serious until the people started screaming, take it serious, ban people from going out, take their rights away from them. We are screaming at the governments to do more, to take more of our rights away. So it's pretty funny that the government is like, let's relax, and everybody is screaming, no, do more, ban people from going out. Look, people are in discotheques, ban them. And so we the people are asking them to do more. And when they do more, everybody is cheering. Yes, great, the general, he did it. Listen to the general. And so, you know, we are asking for it. So it's pretty, it seems pretty convenient, this thing. I don't think that most of these things, they are not going to go away again. Most of these rights that they are removing right now, it's going to be like this a long time, maybe forever, many of these things that they are doing. Because it's probably not going to go away, and it's going to keep, there's going to keep coming new viruses. So they're not going to remove many of these laws that they enact right now. I don't think that they're going to remove them. And you know, there is the possibility that this could lead to communism, which for me, I think it's okay, because I am kind of a communist, so but it's not going to be that kind of communism. It's going to be the World Bankers' communism. So I don't know if it's going to be any good. Yeah, it's pretty dead here. Let's go and see around the parliament how it looks. It's gonna be CCCP again. It's just gonna be EU CCCP instead. But I cannot really get this to fit in my head, because, you know, most of EU is bankers and things like that, so they would never want communism. But who knows? You know, the right-wing conspiracy theories, they think that the New World Order is communist, and they want to bring communism. That's what the right-wing conspiracy thinks. And the left-wings, they think that the New World Order are right-wing, a New World Order. So everybody is blaming it on a different political system. It's so strange. The more you look into it, the more crazy you become. So I'm trying to keep myself a little bit sane, not to go too deep into all these things. Even though I do go deep, but I don't believe them. I just read them and I just try to do some math a little bit, but not too much to get crazy. So yeah, here it's pretty dead. But I have seen a lot of people talk that this coronavirus is gonna be the event that brings in universal basic income. And even though universal basic income it's something kind of from communism, it's also good for the bankers and things like that, because if everybody has money, they can buy a lot more. If they don't ban private business, then universal basic income could be really good for the businesses, because they can give lower salaries, and also, you know, everybody has money to buy things, so there's a lot of money that's going to be going around, and everybody is taxed anyway, so the money will keep flowing inside the system, because the government takes taxes from everything. When you get money, they take. When you buy something, they take taxes. When the company buys something, they take taxes. When you pay salary, they take taxes. So even though if the government gives universal basic income to everybody, it's gonna get a lot more back. So it's not gonna ruin, it's not gonna make it's not gonna empty all the money in the government, because there's gonna keep coming, there's still gonna be a huge flow of money. So but yeah, it's pretty empty here. Nobody in the park, I think. A lot of people are off work, so there could be a lot of people in the parks and so on, but it seems to not be the case. It's pretty much empty. So there is nobody here in the park. Only a dog walker or two, maybe. Maybe they're having a new movie shoot here. They have blocked off the bank for cars, but I can still walk through here. Last time they filmed this movie with Samuel L. Jackson and a couple of others here. This was actually the New World Order government, or the UN headquarters or something like that in the movie. The National Bank in Bulgaria, in this huge movie with Samuel L. Jackson. Some people sitting here in front of the president, hoping for better times. I'm actually thinking maybe I should take a little break here and drink a beer. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we need the corona vaccines. We need a little bit corona vaccination before we go deeper in the center. Yeah, rakia would probably also be a good thing. I haven't drinking rakia in a long time. In Denmark they say skål. It's pretty heavy to carry the camera because I have a gimbal and it's pretty big, this whole thing. So it's kind of heavy to carry around. So I'm resting 5 minutes drinking the beer and then I'm gonna go to Viduse Boulevard and see how empty it is over there. Last time I sat here, the police came and threw me away from here. But I was filming some car and it seemed pretty shady. And so police quickly came and threw me away from here. I have to not touch my face. I remember. Now I always think about it. Every time I'm about to touch my face and I'm outside, I manage to stop myself before I touch my face. I don't have any hand sanitizer or anything, so. So Marina, where are you from? I know a very good Bulgarian journalist with the same last name as you. I can't remember her first name. What was it? Let me see. Dilyana Gaidarova. She made some great revelations about the Bulgarian arms going to Syrian terrorists. In the guys that are fighting Russia there, she made some investigative journalism where she found out that the Bulgarian arms were going to the people there that were fighting against Russia. But yes, are you from? I know you're from Bulgaria, but are you from Sofia or are you from some other city? Are you from Sofia or are you from some other city? Ah, okay, great. So you know these places because some people may not be from Sofia, so much of this is strange to them. Are you currently working or have they let you work from home, or what's the situation with you? Are you sitting at home all the time or are you going to work? Yeah, homo. The police just came by me. They were probably wondering what I was doing. Yeah, I think we're gonna continue. I have been here for around 10 years. Huh? I've been here for around. They don't have any masks or anything. But I have been here for around 10 years now, and I have lived in Denmark for 24, 23 years or something. I grew up from I was very little in Denmark. So the president is still working. We have some soldiers here in case shit hits the fan. Well, I've always dreamed of coming back to Bulgaria. It was my dream because I used to come here every summer, and I liked it so much, so I always dreamed about it. And suddenly I just found work here, and I just packed my things and came back here. Or it's not really came back, I came here because I only lived here till I was 3 years old. Look at the Armani shop. Pretty funny. Armani, this is the most expensive streets here in Sofia. Look what kind of lock they have on the door. But yeah, I always dreamed of coming back here, and suddenly I just did it. The first years when I came back was pretty crazy, but now I'm getting a little bit older, so it's getting more kind of relaxing, more easy. I lived right on Dundukov in the center. Now I live a little outside, so I'm living kind of more relaxed right now. Yeah, fashion doesn't matter right now. I can hear some guy playing music. Wow, he's standing all alone. I was a little bit afraid because I have 3 dogs, and if they have to quarantine me, I don't know what they will do with the dogs. So I'm living alone with 3 dogs, so there's no one else to take care of them. But when I saw other live streamers were going crazy right now with streaming, and I read a lot of things that when people are healthy, the corona doesn't really do anything to them. The only thing is that they can infect other people. So I decided it's not that dangerous. Here we have Happy Bar and Grill. Normally it's open 24 hours a day. It's totally dark and closed. And the Happy, you have never seen this before. Pretty amazing. There's not that many people now, so the chance of getting corona is not that high, I think. It's not in the streets, it's not in the ground. It's the people that carry it around. So if there isn't many people, then the risk is very low, because if somebody is feeling a little bit sick, they're probably at home right now. They're not going to be walking around in the streets. So I think it's not that dangerous currently. And wow, Vitusa Boulevard is pretty empty, if not totally. What's these new scooters? There are some pink scooters here. There's some new scooters here. Boom. Ah, it's also Bird. Okay. They have pink scooters too. I just got the beer wrong in my mouth, so yeah, as you can see, it's pretty dead here. And yes, McDonald's is also closed. Documentérame. Everything is closed. Normally there's people in all these bars at this time. but they are totally closed. The first day they wasn't closed. I saw a guy in Facebook walking around and filming here, and they were all open. So, but now they have closed them. There are some guys playing music. Here's the second guy. I cannot recognize that language. I'm usually pretty good at recognizing languages, but he was singing in some strange language. It's pretty empty, but I don't know if this is normal. The bars are usually full, but there aren't that many people walking on a Tuesday or Wednesday night or whatever day it is today. So I'm not sure how much less this is, but yeah, it is empty. This Russian shop is open, but they sell food, so I wanted to do this through the day, man, but I fell asleep today, so I couldn't do it in the morning. But this is the Corona hotspot. If there is any Corona hotspot, it should be here. But it's not the streets, it's the people that make it, so it's not dangerous.
Ti vediamo Sofia. Allora vediamo Sofia.
To в YouTube. В YouTube. To je wife. Да, по центъра върва.
Център на града.
Гледат няколко хора. То е wife такова. Седат писат.
И къде се качва?
В YouTube.
В YouTube го качваш?
То е сега. То е директно. Wife или не.
Директно лайф?
Да.
Значи не мога го гледам после.
Може. Crazy Bulgarian. Crazy Bulgarian.
Crazy Bulgarian трябва да влезем.
Да.
Crazy Bulgarian и мога да го върнем там.
Да.
Днеска.
Да, то се бъде там. Да.
Добре. Чао.
Чао. Yeah, I have seen these theories, and it's kind of it makes sense because the countries that are hardest hit are the countries that are in bad terms with the USA, like China, Iran. Iran is very hard hit, and America really wants to go to war with Iran. So, and Italy is hard hit. Italy lately has also been catering to the Russians and pulling away from the Americans. So it is possible. I find these theories plausible, but much more than that, I don't know if we're gonna get much more than that. If we're gonna get any evidence or anything. Even the Chinese have said, they said in the start actually that no, stop the conspiracies, this is not an American bioweapon. But lately they have changed the tunes and they have started saying that yes, maybe it is an American bioweapon. So the spokesperson of the Chinese MFA the other day said that this is an American bioweapon. So things are changing. Actually, that journalist I was talking about, Dilyana Gaidarova, she has the same last name as you. She have made some revelations that American have bioweapon laboratories in Georgia, and they are working there to create bioweapons, and they were even transporting different kind of blood and DNA samples from different populations, from Russians, from Chinese, to test bioweapons on them. So I have seen a lot of her journalism, and it's pretty crazy and pretty, and it's very. She documents things very well. So she's a very good journalist, and if I had to believe any of these theories, that's the one that I would believe, that it's the Americans that created it. I think it is the biggest possibility that the Americans are doing this. Maybe I should sit this way. I don't think the Chinese, they are losing to this virus, because if they created themselves, it would be pretty dumb, because most of the world economy is they, they are losing a lot of things in sales, and a lot of things on the world economy. It's hitting China hard. It's also hitting USA hard, but maybe they have a plan with it. To change hands, and to change a lot of things, change the way the economy works. It could be, it's more likely that if it is man-made and it is put out on purpose, it is probably American. We're having some more corona vaccines. But yeah, I like that you're coming up with these theories. Bulgarians, they have they are very susceptible to conspirations, and I think that's good, because you don't just believe what the people in power says. You always try to think about motives, and why can they be doing this? Could there be anything sketchy about this? And I think that's good. So let's check out here and in the car if there is a lot of people. There's a couple of crazies, but not really any people. I was wondering if I should go to the Lovers Bridge, but don't think there's any reason to. Pretty strange to see it's so empty here. There's usually life here, and especially now that people are off, I would think that there were some people that wouldn't care and come here, for example, and drink or something. But no. And now the bars are not open, so if they are drinking, they cannot drink in bars, so it could be packed here if it was any other occurrence. But yeah, I'm feeling better, no coughing right now, so I don't think I have the coronas yet. But as many people say, we're probably all gonna have the coronavirus. 80-90% of us are gonna have it like the flu. It's gonna be huge. They're just trying to delay. Hey. Come here. Yeah, they are keeping it safe. Probably some of them are gathering at the parties at home or parties with some friends, a little couple of friends or something. I think maybe it depends. If they have kids, they are more safe. They are played more safe. If they don't have kids, then they can, they don't need to play it that safe. I think the people that have kids, they are very scared right now. I don't know. What about you, Marina? Do you think we're all gonna die or what from this? Like some other guy in here in the chat said, it doesn't matter. We're all going to die. So some people think it's gonna be really huge. This thing. I don't really think so because when you look at China, for example, in China they almost managed to get rid of it. So if it was killing everybody, then it would have gone much worse in China. But they have so many cured over there right now, and the message is that if you are healthy, then it can just cure itself. Many people won't even need to take anything to get cured from it. Yes. I don't know. There are also a lot of people are working on a cure, and a lot of them are also working on a vaccine for it. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I think it is kind of also pretty sketchy to take this vaccine as one of the first. I would wait pretty long before taking a vaccine against this because it hasn't been tested very well. If they put it out now, one of the most important tests on vaccines are their long-term safety. So after you take it in 20 years, you are not going to get cancer or something. That's these kind of tests that are important, and they're not gonna make it with this vaccine. It's just gonna come out there, and everybody is gonna have to take it. Probably, it's probably gonna be mandatory. So I would be wary of it. I would avoid taking it for as long as I can. But in Denmark now, one of the things that they have done is that they have brought on a lot of new laws because of this corona, and one of them is that they can force you to take the vaccine. But not only this vaccine, they can force you to take other vaccines too, if they deem that, because they want to keep the hospitals empty. So they might want to do a mass vaccine on everybody for all kinds of things, like for example flu and things like that. They will probably do a mass vaccinations there for other things. Before this vaccine comes out, they're gonna do mass vaccinations on other things, and they are gonna do this, you know, they say, so people don't get sick, so we have more place for the corona victims in the hospitals. So well, you just stop cigarettes and don't tell me what to do. I don't tell you to go and get a vaccine. So if I want to smoke, I'm going to smoke. I have stocked up on food for like 40 days or something. I have food for 40 days, and also dog food. I hope you guys stocked up too, because there could be some moments where even the grocery shops stop working, or they don't get enough supplies. So it's not a bad idea to stock up for at least a couple of weeks, just so you have food if things go really wrong. That's good, yes. I have mainly stocked up of these canned meals to eat, ready to eat from Compass. I don't know if you know them. They don't taste so good when you eat them alone, but if you eat them with some rice, then it tastes almost like a home cooked meal. Pretty strange to be out here, and there is almost no people. It's like walking here like 12 or 1 o'clock at the night. I think I'm gonna go this route here on Dundukov to see how it looks there. This is one of the most expensive hotels here. I'm pretty afraid to take the metro. I wanted to go a place with the metro, but I decided not to go because the air systems and these things, you know, also in the supermarkets, the big supermarkets, the air system could be spreading the coronavirus. So you have to think about that when you go to these places with these, it's not air conditioned, they have these kind of systems that change the air, and they could be spreading the coronavirus through the air system. Normally if you're outside and someone coughs, it falls down, but with these air systems they could be pulling the germs up and spitting them out everywhere. So I think it is possible to get it in a supermarket just from the ventilation system. Oh, we have some kind of protest here, and they are still here. I think it's the medical professionals. They are sleeping here. In front of the party house. Look. Wow. It's the medical professionals. I wonder if there's people at all in there. They could be empty maybe. Or some of them. He had corona, this guy. It says there the system kills us. The police. Yeah, these streets are not usually that empty right now. It is pretty empty. I think I can almost just walk in the streets and there will be no problem. I'm walking in the street right now. There was like one person in there. So I think it's pretty safe that I take the bus home because there's probably not going to be anyone in there. What is it? Almost 9 o'clock. I think there would still be there would be a lot more people here. So I think the small shops that don't sell food, they're pretty hard affected. You know, like these shops, for example, they are not allowed to be open right now. So they cannot earn any money, and I don't know if they're gonna get any money from the government. They are still open. Actually, yes, they changed the law a little bit and they let the shops that sell clothes keep open. So this is open, but they say they are only letting 2 people in at a time. So if there was a little bit less, then I could just pretend I'm a car and walk in the middle of the street. Shall we see for how long I can do this without getting run over? So I'm pretending that I'm a car right now. This is one of the busy streets in Sofia. Normally I wouldn't be able to do this because there would be cars. But right now there's only me. I want to try to walk home in the streets, just walk where the cars are riding. The police, let's hope they don't arrest me for walking in the streets. Maybe I should run before it turns green and they come. They just drove by, so no arrest today. GTD. Pretty amazing how long I just can walk here in the streets, no cars. I almost got hit there. Here we're at the Danish embassy. This is the Danish embassy. The only thing we are missing here is zombies, like in Walking Dead. Then it would be perfect. If somebody dresses up like zombies, then it would be perfect, simply perfect. Imagine if we do a flash mob event and we dress up everybody like zombies and go around in the streets. People will go crazy. They will think that the corona makes Walking Dead. I'm getting a little bit drunk now and high, so I can feel that I'm talking kind of strange. Even stranger than usual. Actually, I know my English, it doesn't sound so good, but I'm actually really good at English. But the problem is that I don't talk that much, so I'm not that used to talking. But when I write, or if somebody is talking, I'm better than many Americans. I'm better than reading and writing than a lot of Americans. So. The more I do these streams, the better I'm gonna sound, because I'm just not used to talking that much. And yeah, but the thing is, even though they get their permissions, I'm a journalist, so they should not be able to judge me. I can just say this is my work, I'm a journalist, I do YouTube. So even though if they ban people from going out, then maybe then maybe I can keep going out. I can be one of the only one, me and other journalists, we are the only ones that can go on the streets. So the good thing about this, if they try to arrest me or something, it's all live. So even if they stop it, even if they try to delete it, they cannot delete it. It's on 5 platforms. It's on YouTube, it's on DLive, it's on Mixer, it's on Periscope, and it's on Twitch. So right now I'm streaming on all 5 platforms. So even though if they arrest me, they cannot take it down. So there will be proof of everything. That's the good with this live streaming, that whatever happens, you know, even if they take your phone and try to delete it, or you know they think that you will not be able to put it up, then it's still up there. Aquí mam chiquito. Aquí mam chiquito. Niestety. I hope the dogs don't have corona. Jo, jeg passer på mig selv. Der er alligevel ikke nogen mennesker herude, så det er ikke helt vildt farligt, tror jeg. Jeg har også øl med og det hele, så jeg er på vej hjem stille og roligt. Jeg var inde i byen, bare kigge lidt, hvordan det ser ud. Grim, I don't know if you saw Bjørn yesterday, St. Patrick's Day. He was out in a pub crawl. He was in all the pubs. It was so crazy to see. He probably has corona now, Bjørn. So I think I can walk on the streets again, maybe. There's only one bus. So when this bus passes, the streets are mine. Pretty amazing how empty it is. So I'm just gonna go in the opposite lane here. Walking Dead. It's crazy here. There's usually so much traffic here. and it's just totally empty. I think it's like never been this empty here. Only maybe if it's really, really winter and it's late, then maybe it could be so empty, but on a normal day at 9 o'clock, no cars. We're getting close to the apocalypse, probably. At least economic apocalypse. This here is almost like freeway, and there's no cars at all. I can take it here, even though pretty crazy. I should have maybe brought my roller skates and skated along here. I'm just gonna go in here because it's a little dangerous here. If someone comes, I cannot see them. This is how it's gonna be if you're the only one in the world left. Everybody have had this thought that suddenly you're the only one in the world left. This is how it's going to look. Maybe except all the lights, it would just be dark here. If it was like that, then I would just have taken a car somewhere, drive around, have fun. It could be pretty cool if you were the only one left suddenly. It just wouldn't be cool if it was zombies again. If there was full of zombies and you were the only one, then that wouldn't be that cool. But like if you were alone here, you would have 10 years, or maybe no, not 10. You would have a couple of years, fun, really fun, and then it's not going to be so fun when all the food that is, it goes bad and things like that. Then it probably won't be that fun. But a couple of years you would have really fun. I would go to the Ferrari or Lamborghini dealership, just take a car, drive around. It smells like burning here. When did I start this live stream? Almost 2 hours ago. Okay. I have to piss again. Should I piss here? No, I'm going to piss over there. I'm just gonna put the camera down for a minute or two while I take a piss. I got a little tired from all this walking, so I'm gonna take a little smoke break here. Bjørn is going home from Denmark. I don't know here if it's opposite. Let me just change the camera. No, you cannot see it, but yes, his flight has been cancelled. So he will come home to Denmark earlier, maybe on Friday. But he probably got the corona already from what I saw yesterday when he was out on St. Patrick's Day in London in the pubs. He was doing a pub crawl and people were hugging and yelling and drinking from each other's beers and things like that. It was totally crazy. I'm getting tired. I don't really feel like drinking the second beer. There's just not any people, so there's no reason to get drunk, really. And I'm a little high also, so So it's pretty funny. My last video about where I also named it coronavirus Bulgaria. It comes up as #1 when you search for coronavirus Bulgaria. You first get my video and then you get the general speeches. So my video is on top. It's pretty funny. It's such a little channel I have, and yet my channel came on top, and a lot of Bulgarians have been seeing my videos because of it. And I actually didn't want Bulgarians to see my videos because I wanted to aim it at the international audience. So if a lot of Bulgarians are watching it, then it will show it more to Bulgarians. So I preferred that it didn't show it to Bulgarians. But after yesterday, after the other video, the latest video a couple of days ago, it doesn't really matter because a lot has seen it. So I don't really feel like walking, to be honest. I think maybe I should just take the bus here. I'm using a gimbal, so that's why some of the movements are a little strange. Because if I did this with a phone only, then it would be shaking a lot, so I bought this gimbal. And it keeps the footage very steady. I'm getting drunk. No, I hope I'm not doing anything wrong. But maybe they will ban filming sooner or later. Who knows? If it is a big conspiracy and the New World Order is taking over, then probably they will not like people filming. So they could do things to limit the filming in public. Also, it would be very hard because everybody has phones. So my bus will come in 1 minute, so I will take the bus. I will see if it's empty. I will take it. I touched my face. Oh no.
Следваща спирка. Улица Васил Кърча.
Thank you for watching also. Remember to subscribe.
Улица Васил Кърча. Следваща спирка. Стадион Георгия Спърнов. Стадион Георгия Спърнов. Следваща спирка. Улица Митрова. Следваща спирка. ЖК Левски В.
So I'm getting close to home now. I'm probably gonna end it in a couple of minutes here. I feel like I have the corona right now. My lungs are hurting from the beer, maybe from the corona. I want to do a stream also in the morning to see how it is during the day. If there is a lot of people in the center, it could be interesting also. I don't know if I will manage tomorrow, but maybe the day after or something like that. It's almost like it's a lot later. It's like it's 2-3 o'clock or something at night. Everybody is home. They have probably stocked up on food, are eating good food, maybe drinking, because people are off work now, so people could also be enjoying some alcohol. But yeah, I'm almost home, so I don't want to dox myself. So I think I'm just gonna end it. I want to thank everybody who watched it so far. It's not many, but maybe some will watch this far also when the stream ends and the video gets released. So whoever watched this far, put a comment below. Say that you have watched this far, so I know that you are a true fan. And I will do more streams in the future. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys soon.